everyone, hi witches and wizards, and welcome to my new Notion template. This Notion template actually was born because I've been in therapy for now like 3 months or so, yeah. And I've been dealing for over a year and a half, and I'm still dealing with my self-confidence, working on myself, trying to start and finish projects, which is really hard actually. So I realized during this therapy that it was a bit difficult for me to deal with my mind. So I told my therapist, look, I need to find another way to deal with my mind. And what did I do? I just gave magical names to actually all my thoughts. I gave them a name, a description, I created their own magical personality, and I also create some spells. So here we are. This room is really inspired in the Harry Potter world, but due to copyright things, I only use some words. So please, J.K. Rowling, don't sue me, I'm poor. So I will start in this template by going to the magical glossary. Here you can see how I created 2 categories of thoughts. One is magical clarity and the other one is dark energy, and the category of spells. It's really nice because even if I got or used the Harry Potter world to inspire myself to create this template, the only real thing that are from the Harry Potter world is the names. So please, J.K. Rowling, don't sue me, you know. But as you can see, on one hand you have the magical clarity ones that are like the most optimistic thoughts, and they give you like a lot of energy and good things, and they bring you joy and they bring you clarity. And then you have the dark energy ones. Okay, these ones are the real deal. Okay, they're fucking hard, let's be honest, and working with them is hard. I know, it sucks. But now, instead of having like a really scary thought, now you're gonna have a bogart. For example, this is how you will see the category of dark energy inside the magical glossary. This is a bogart, and the bogart is a thought that feeds on human fears. Feeding on worries, anxiety, and inner fears, it transforms into the most terrifying manifestation in the mind of any witch or wizard. This is just a tiny introduction to what it is, a definition, and all of this have been created by me. So I put a lot of thought and love into describing every single magical element in here. You will see that even if I gave them names to deal with them in a kind way, they actually represent real thoughts that everybody has. So, for example, in my case, one of my bogarts is that I'm never going to be able to do things again without fear, even if I've done them before. While creating this template and creating this glossary, what I learned was that it's normal to have them. They're hard to deal with, but it's not impossible. These other sections are really cool too. The magical data will also give you like really magical details that maybe not every wizard or witch knows about them. Then you have, as I said, magical references, which is like examples of these thoughts, so you can understand better in which way they're moving. But as I said here, these examples are just a small reflection of the different appearance of the bogart in this case. So they're always obviously diverse, and they can be applied to any situation, any type of thought. But this will give you like a tiny guide that I think is great. And in the counteract section, you will always find counter thoughts or counter spell that will help you to deal with this dark energy thought. You will find different recommendations depending on the one you're reading, so just feel free to wander around and learn more about them. And in the last part, you will see direct access, or passageways as I call them, to the areas of practices where you can practice also the spells. So this type of definition you will see in the rest of them. I think the glossary is just fucking incredible. It's magical. I'm really proud of it. And I'm really proud of this template, if I hadn't said it before, because after 1.5 years where I haven't even been able to finish a project, this means so much to me, let's be honest. This is really cool. I would really love to show you every single one of them, but please just take a look. It's gorgeous. It's just beyond gorgeous, what can I say? And then in this template, what you will find is different rooms. I'm gonna go really lightly over them. So if you like this template and you want to get it, you have all the information in the description box. And if you have any doubts, questions or whatever, just let me know, okay? And from here we go to the thoughts pantry. The thoughts pantry is where you connect with your mind and your thoughts. Here is where you're gonna register these thoughts that you have. Imagine this like a constant diary where you actually create a new reality to your thoughts. You know, what you would do is just create a magical clarity thought or dark energy thought. For example, magical clarity. and you will see that they all have the covers. You can change the title here, and the only thing you actually need to fill is these 3 steps, which is classification. You choose the one you think it fits better. The date that you had the thought. We are not putting the date that you're registering this thought. We're putting the date when you had this thought, because maybe sometimes you won't feel, in a good mood maybe to deal with that thought, and it's okay. And here, analyze is when it's analyzed or not analyzed, so you can let thoughts for later if you don't feel comfortable to talk to them right now. And these ones you don't need to touch them because they're just connected to the inner mother's mouth, you will see later. And here, once you have filled the 3, what you have to do is actually do the invocation zone. In the invocation zone, you will have to answer all these questions. Sometimes you will have to answer 1 or 2. Sometimes you will feel comfortable doing all of them. Not pressure yourself, but the important thing here is that you're honest with yourself. I know it can be hard, but just take your time. Just go little by little. It's okay. And then you can go to the spells practice zone. You will do the same thing with the dark energy thing. And from here, I will show you the reflection room, which I love it. The reflection room is where you are going to analyze and work on your thought patterns using different spells. These are, as I said before, real psychological exercises that my own psychologist has sent me and that I keep working on. They're really soft exercises. Some of them are a bit harder to do. Some of them, it can take way more time to get used to them, but they're really easy. Again, the Room of Mentquirement is thought to be kind to yourself. It's gonna treat you in the coziest and most lovable way ever. Don't pressure yourself and take your time to learn more about the spells. Imagine, as I do, that I go to a magical class in Hogwarts and less time to learn. So you will have 3 of them: the Memoria Tempus, the Requirere ad Sequitus, and the Velum Paradox. I advise you to read them calmly to learn how it works, like as I said, if you were going to a magic class. So just take your time, have a coffee, a tea, a chocolate, whatever you want, whatever you like, and read the 3 spells. Therapy takes time, so don't stress, don't put limits or times to yourself to get better. I used to do that and it was the worst, so now I just go with the flow. I just heal, and that's what I want to do. And from here, we just go to one of my favorite rooms, which is a dream pensieve. Here's where your dreams lie in wait, ready to awaken into reality. Here's where you're gonna put kind of like a vision board, but what I advise you to do is to put things that inspire you, things that you love, things that you want to achieve, and also things that you love about yourself now, in the present. Because I think, as I say here, dreaming big, dreaming free, dreaming limitless about the future is necessary, but you need to keep coming back to the present. Actually, in the present is where things happen, and it's where you need to get all the information and move on. So just dream, put everything you love here, put everything you want to be, and then start working on everything, little steps, big steps, to achieve whatever you want, to become the person you want to be. I just love this one. These are my images, so then you can erase everything and just put your own things. And the last known room is the inner mother's map. Here is where actually your journey and the magical progress is going to be recorded. It will appear here if you don't have used it in any other Notion template, a graphic, and by here you have the database. Here magic progress is from the database, the thoughts pantry here that we work at first, and it will appear here and you will see it in a nice graphic. And here the same database will appear in a more cute way. You have the magical clarity and dark energy, or you can see the same one but in a database. Here's like the number of thoughts that you had this year. This is the number of days in the year, and this is like a percentage that you had around the year, so you can see kind of like an evolution. Again, please don't get frustrated, okay? Doesn't matter if you only had 1. Doesn't matter if you only had, well, let's try to have more, but doesn't matter how many. You don't expect to have 365 magical clarity, okay? That's impossible. Okay? Nobody's that fucking happy in this world. So just don't frustrate yourself. It's only to see how you're doing, only to see how the flow goes. Relax. And here you will see annual or monthly evolution. You can do it every month for the year. Now I just created the year and this December 24. But then you can create all the months here and you can see an evolution. You can change this room whatever you like. Again, just personalize it to your own needs. And to the last part, I will tell you that the Room of Mentquirement has actually some secrets. And I'm gonna tell you in this video all of them. If you don't want to know them and you want to discover them yourself, I will tell you that there are 3 other rooms hidden behind maybe some paintings, I don't know. And one more secret that is related to Sebastian, our ghost. You will see him around. And also you can skip to the last part of the video. You will see that I've put the video in chapters. So just go to the reward table and you can just jump all the secrets. And now we'll start with secret 1. Okay, secret number 1, you have a secret diary. And where would a secret diary be? Of course, behind a door painting. This one is I open at the close. Yeah, I know it's the same from the book, J.K. Rowling, please don't sue me. This is just a diary. This is diary what you're gonna rant. Just here, come here, open a new entry and change the title and just write whatever you want. You know, rant, talk shit about everyone, talk shit about whatever you want and just be happy. Then the second secret, it's again hidden and it's behind this magical button. This area is really amazing. It's a really calm room and it's for you to use when you're feeling a little bit anxious or stressed, when actually the anxiety or the stress levels are really getting high, or level 3 when you're having a big panic attack. What I advise you to do, and I'm not going to spoil actually the room, is to take a look by yourself, okay? Just go down, take a look what I've created and read it because it's really important information and you have really cool stuff. You have exercises to relax, you have a lot of information to learn about panic attacks, about anxiety, you have access to your secret diary and you have a lot of different cool things that I'm not going to spoil. And also, as you will see in the end, it gives you a lot of points to the reward database or the reward section. You can see how it works here. Surprise. And the third secret that it has, it is in the reflection room. If you go down here, behind this gorgeous painting, you will find the Vault of Shadows. The Vault of Shadows is a spell that has been actually practiced by witches and wizards for centuries, and they call it shadow work, since the young wizard or witch must investigate and discover those emotions that he or she avoids at all costs, and those deep fears that prevent him from moving forward. What I always advise you to do in every single part of this template of this room, and mostly here, is that you always seek for help when you need it. Don't be embarrassed, don't be scared, don't be ashamed, seek for help and actually end up talking about everything that you have inside. Sometimes it's going to be easier, sometimes it's going to be harder. I completely understand, okay? But if you're not prepared, then you can leave them here for a while, but not forever, okay? You just can put them here because sometimes if you talk about them, if you write them down, if you even say them out loud in your room by yourself, they're not that scary, you know, they're not that dark. So I really hope if you have any shadows that you're going to put in this vault, you end up talking about them, but for now you can leave them here. And the way of using it is explained everywhere. It's really easy to use. And the last one, actually, I'm not going to tell you. You're going to have to find it by yourself. The good thing is I'm going to give you a clue. And the clue is Sebastian. And you were like, who the fuck is Sebastian? Of course, because I'm tonta and I haven't introduced you to our 2 ghosts of the Room of Mentquirement, because what would it be an amazing magical room without ghosts? This is Annie Espanto and this is Sebastian Casi Vivo. So the clue is Sebastian, and Sebastian has a surprise for you hidden somewhere in one of the areas in this Room of Mentquirement. And the last part I'm going to show you, actually, when it should have been the first one, is the main room, which is the first thing you're going to see. Here you have a welcome message, so you can understand again if you have any doubts about the rooms. You can delete it once you used it. Here you always have the menu, that, as you can see, is a synchronized section. So any change you do here, it will be changed in the other rooms. And what I've done is create down here a calendar, so you can schedule any events, any reminders that you have, and up here, it will show what you have for today's events. This is filtered, so it appears all the events that you have for the current day that you are now. A little section for pending things, and my coolest last part is the reward section, because everything you do in the Room of Mentquirement, it will have a reward. So how it works, you actually get points. How do you get points? Working in all the different rooms that this template has. This reward database is connected to all the other databases that we've seen, which are the Thoughts Pantry, all the 3 spells database, the Zone Practice that we saw where you can practice the spells, the Shadow Vault, the Secret Journal, and every time you use the magic button. So all of them, of course, I say, give you points. And this database, you can here put what you deserve or what you want, and then you give them a total points that you need to get to actually receive this prize. I put the chocolate is 1 point, for example, then home spa 3 points, one day for you 5 points, new book 10, new jumper 15, whatever. It's just main examples. Just put the total amount that you need to get to receive this prize. And this is the earned points. So I connected this with the formula to all the different databases, all the ones that we learned about. So every time you make a registration, it will give you 1 point, 1 point, or 2 points. It depends. And this will let you know when you actually get it. It's the percentage that you already got. As you can see here is how close you are to get them. If you want to change all the rewards that you have here, just click on them and you can edit it. Here in the database is easier, I think, because there's actually a lot of hidden properties that you won't see because they are only used to connect the different databases to get here the points. So first change them from here, and then if you want to create a new one, what I advise you to do is to actually use the button here. I did it one really quick, which is this one randomly. And what you have to do after creating a new one is that you will have to make sure this new one appears in the 3 databases that I'm going to tell you right now. As you saw, it connects different ones. It connects the Thoughts Pantry from actually the inner mother's map. This one from here, not the Thoughts Pantry. Then the 3 databases from the 3 spells, then the Shadow Vault, then the Secret Journal, and then the Magic Button. The only ones that you need to make sure every time you create a new reward is only the Reflection Room, the Secret Diary, and the Shadow Vault. The rest you don't need it. Why? Because you don't create new registrations all the time. For example, in the Magic Button room, you don't need to add new registrations. You only add points as a number manually. So in here, you will see that all the rewards are added automatically. In these 3 rooms, you have to do it yourself. Super easy to do. Just go to the button here, and then you go here and you will see this paralysis is edited this property, which is a property that connects this database with the reward database. So you click here. You see that they have been already included, the one that existed, but the new one I created, it wasn't here. So you just click it and done. And every time you click this one here and you do a new one, you will all have them here connected. This one is easier to do. You will have to do this process here, here, and in the 3rd spell. And also the same thing here in this button and in this button here in the Vault of Shadows. So it's only 3, really easy to do, and sorry, but Notion doesn't let me do it any other way. So till here comes our Room of Mentquirement. I really hope you love it. I really hope you actually get it, and if you do, please give me feedback, let me reviews, ask me whatever you need, share with me whatever you want. I'll be glad to answer your questions, your doubt. And again, please don't forget that the Room of Mentquirement and the real magical world will always give help to anyone that asks for it. So please, if you need it, ask for help, because there will be always someone that is going to help you, okay? Whatever you're going through right now, I hope it gets better. I hope you get better, and keep going. Do not give up, okay? Keep going. I love you, my witches and wizards. Mwah. See you in my next template. Bye.